Canadians have been sold out by our government one too many times. No longer. There are now massive pro-Hamas protests going on outside of Canadian churches all over. They're happening in Montreal. They're happening in Ottawa. They're happening in Toronto. They're happening in Vancouver. The Canadian people have had enough. This is a show of force, a force that is anti-Western civilization, anti-everything that our ancestors built on this beautiful land. And Canadians have had enough. Enough red carpet treatment for people who burn Canadian flags. Enough red carpet treatment for people who chant the most vile slogans you've heard in your entire life. Enough red carpet treatment for people who roll fake body bags onto our street. Enough red carpet treatment for people who have blood on their hands, masks on their face, act in intimidating ways to Canadians. I have been tracking these protests. The vast majority of Canadian citizens are scared to go up to these people. The CBC, CTV, they are propagandizing you. They do not tell you what is actually happening on the ground. I see these up close. Our police defend these people to the death. These people get even in the police's face. They act in intimidating ways. Our government has now become anti-Canada. They support foreign flags, foreign people on our streets, more so than they do the Canadian people. It is the Cloward Piven strategy being enacted, intentionally create chaos so that the public is too blind, too busy trying to survive on a day-to-day basis to see that the government is robbing us blind. But the Canadian people, we are waking up. We know what Mark Carney and the Liberals are doing. Mark Carney is getting himself rich through Brookfield Asset Management, owns over $37 billion of real estate in Canada. Only reason they continue to allow millions of immigrants into the country so Carney and his buddies at Brookfield can get rich, building prefab housing to benefit him and a small number of people at Modular and Brookfield, $25 billion investment. We are done with being sold out by these elitists who only care about their pocketbooks and want to cause destruction on Canadian streets. Our ancestors did not fight, did not die in World War I, in World War II, to be sold out by a bunch of corrupt clowns who do not give a goddamn about this country, just look at it as a landmass. They crap on our Charter of Rights and Freedoms. They don't care about the pillars of Western civilization. Freedom of expression, freedom of religion, freedom of speech. They trample all over it day to day. Mark Carney right now, Bill C-2, Bill C-4, Bill C-11, all direct attacks on our Charter of Rights and Freedoms as Canadians. They want to be able to throw us in jail if they don't like the speech. They don't like the speech we're producing through Bill C-6-3. Bill C-2 would allow them to access the digital communications of any Canadian if they deem it in the national security interest. It would also allow them to access any Canadian's mail without any notification. Bill C-4, that would retroactively give the government carte blanche, jailbreak from any misuse of Canadians' data going back to the year 2000. We need to wake up to the fact that our government is now staffed by people who are literally anti-Canadian. They are working against the interests of this country. It is so embarrassing, the fact that our government is now cheerleading foreign protesters on our streets who are explicitly anti-Canadian. You should hear the slogans, the burn Canadian. You will not find one Canadian flag in any of these protests. It's all foreign flags. Can you imagine if in Saudi Arabia, a pro-Canadian rally in front of one of their mosques? Can you imagine what the result would be? Canada is attempted to be destroyed from within. Cloward Piven strategy. It is these foreign extremists who hate our country teamed up with these woke extremists who equally hate our country. They think that Canada is an oppressor state, that our capitalist system needs to be taken down, which is why the radical Hamas supporters, along with the radical leftists, team up together to form a group that is supported by our Canadian government, which is the most disturbing of it all. Canadian patriots need to stand up, stand together, and fight against this. Take our once great country back. We outnumber them undoubtedly, but we need to act, and we need to act quickly. Millions of invaders are consistently being invited into this country. It's time for us to stand up and show the Canadian people have had enough. I've set up protests for Saturday, September 13th, Saturday, September 27th on Parliament Hill. Look, you can hear the screaming. You can't walk down a major street without crackheads all over the place. You think Mark Carney or our leadership care about it? It's disgusting what's happened on these streets. Any Canadian who lives here their entire lives knows how degraded this country is due to our corrupt leadership that sells us out at every turn. Saturday, September 13th, Saturday, September 27th, rallies will be hosted on Parliament Hill. Let me know if you're interested in attending. We need to get out there. I know there are millions of patriotic Canadians. We outnumber these guys, but we need to act now. We need to act now because the Liberals have made it clear. This invasion will not stop. It will not cease. I'm close to 10K followers on TikTok, so if you don't already, please check me out on YouTube. Hit the link in the bio. My full uncensored stuff is over there. If you'd like to support, I have some great gear. Also really helps get the message out. Donate. All donations will go towards the rally. Saturday, September 13th, Saturday, September 27th, Canadian Patriots uniting on Parliament Hill.